most severe personality disorder. It's called Malignant Narcissism. It was first introduced by Erich Fromm, who escaped the Nazis and spent a lot of his life trying to understand the psychology of evil. And he formulated this diagnosis of malignant narcissism, which has 4 components: narcissism, paranoia, antisocial personality disorder, and sadism. I think everybody knows Donald Trump's a narcissist by now.
I will be the greatest jobs producer that God ever created. I know more about ISIS than the generals do, believe me.
Who are you consulting with consistently so that you're ready on day one?
I'm speaking with myself, number one, because I have a very good brain.
But it's the other 3 components that make him truly dangerous. Because many politicians are narcissistic, but he's also paranoid. So all of his crazy conspiracy theories.
The state of Hawaii released my official long-form birth certificate. The birth certificate was produced in 2011. You continued to tell the story and question the president's legitimacy in 2012, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah. How about this one about Ted Cruz's father?
His father was with Lee Harvey Oswald prior to Oswald being shot, and nobody even brings it up.
And his sense of being a victim.
Mr. Trump turned his sights on Google, tweeting, "They have it rigged for me and others so that almost all stories and news is bad."
And his demonization of anyone who disagrees with him.
Nasty guy. Now I know why he doesn't have one endorsement from any of his colleagues.
Pick from the buffet there.
He's a nasty guy.
These are all signs of a paranoid process. Antisocial personality disorder, or what used to be called psychopathy or sociopathy, that's constant lying. Well, he's the most documented liar in human history, I think, at this point. It's violating the rights of other people and exploiting other people. So sexual assault would be violating the rights of other people. Not paying your bills or defrauding people through Trump University would be an example of exploiting other people. And it's breaking laws and breaking norms. Well, he's broken every norm of the presidency. That's one of the reasons he's so out of control. There are certain norms we thought no one would ever break. But it's part of his personality disorder to break norms and to break laws. And it's a lack of remorse. He has no guilt or anxiety about the destructive things that he does.
Impeachment for that? It was beautiful. It was just a perfect conversation.
And the 4th component that Erich Fromm identified was sadism. Truly taking pleasure in harming, humiliating, and degrading other human beings. If you read his tweets, I wrote an introduction to a book about his tweets. I had to read thousands of his tweets. And they literally made me ill because it was just one vicious attack on and humiliating insult after another, after another. It's like, how can someone even come up with thousands of vicious things to say about so many people? But he enjoys degrading and humiliating and insulting other people.
I do think that we have enough evidence that most psychiatrists would feel like it's important to warn about Trump. We have a duty to warn.
Psychologists and really all mental health professionals have the duty to protect society if there's a risk to society.
So the Tarasov case was in the 1970s. A patient said to a psychologist, "I'm going to go home and murder my girlfriend." The psychologist didn't warn the potential victim, and the patient went home and killed the girlfriend. And it's now the law in all 50 states that if you are aware that a patient might be a danger to someone, confidentiality goes out the window. And confidentiality is one of our core values, but it's more
And that's
to warn
the duty
someone who could be
to
harmed
warn.
than it is to maintain even our core value of